All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're not too far from getting underway again. Of course, we're into qualifying number 4. So we'll let each and every boat go through and have one more qualifying round. And then that's when the cut starts happening after that, where we go for the top 12 in each class, Group B, Group A, and the super boats. From there, it goes down to the top 8, followed by the top 5. And then we get to a final 3 shootout to crown our winners and see where the other place getters will end up on the podium. So if you've been enjoying the action so far today, I can guarantee you that things are only going to get more exciting, quicker, a whole heap more thrilling, and plenty of fun to be had this afternoon. So still a lot of racing to come as well. A chance now, if you're in touch with your family and friends, flick them a message and tell them to get on down. Come down and witness this incredible sport that is V8 Jet Sprint racing. And they'll still have a whole afternoon of action-packed entertainment to enjoy here at the Taranaki 500. Oh, these boats kicking into life now, which tells us we are very, very close to getting underway for qualifying number 4. Thanks so much for being here. It's great to see a massive crowd, and I'm sure you're really loving the action.
Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, Group Bs are underway and warming their engines up down here. Jason's already told you what we're up to this afternoon. And off the line we go. Oh, well, we thought we did, but there's still a little bit of hooking up down here in front of us. The roof shade got hooked on the boat as it comes off. All right, Daniel Reed and Ben Soul about ready to come into the pits. Just had a little bit of trouble getting out from underneath the shade cloth above their heads. This is the last chance to get down into the top 12. And I would suggest they're one of our slowest combinations out here, so they need to pull all the lead out and get the job done. Boat number 9. Waitara is where they make home. This is your Taranaki boys, 500 horsepower. Gonna get going right now. Send themselves off the line and away they go around the top end here. While the course is clean and smooth like this, they've got the benefit of getting a good early start. However, the further into the track they get, the worse it's going to get for them. You can see they buried themselves deep around PSP. And these smaller engine boats are a little slower as we get going around the top end of the course again.
Yeah, just around that top end where we have seen people get a wee bit shaky around there, and of course it continues on through when they come through the middle of the track, and it's exactly what's been happening to our local boys here. But they do complete the lap, they get themselves over the line, and they will post a time, which we'll get to you in just a couple of moments. Boys through nice and safely.
Yeah, they had quite a good run there. Actually look like they've improved. We'll get a time to you very, very shortly as we move down to the next boat.
Time in there.
Thank you for your applause. Once again, this is the Biolytix Group B. Biolytix Group Bs get themselves around the track nicely. And I'll let Jason take over this one.
Yeah, first year jet sprinting for these guys, and I do hear that they are on the hunt for a couple of sponsors. They are local, so make sure you do get in and support them. The boat name is Adrenaline, and like I say, rookies into V8 jet sprinting this year. So if you're watching this at the moment and you're thinking it's a sport that you do want to get into, easy as just talk to a few people around the track. You can get yourself a boat and crack into it just like Greg and Dawn are this year, and they're saying they are absolutely loving it. Just a couple of corners to get around now as they come down the mouth fresh section of the track, and they'll get over and cross the line and post a time of 45.758.
All right, a little bit off the pace there as we go to our next competitors. Once again, the Taranaki boys, Jason Reed and Andrew Wells this time. Waitrua again and Inglewood respectively is where they make their home. Yeah, it's time you guys from Waitrua gave them a bit of help. There you are, ladies and gentlemen. You can make as much noise as you like out there for these, the local heroes here today. Come around the outside, put the little wiggle in to get on the inside of the island, and round the outside of it we go. Up around the top of NZ, through PSP and around that. Come back down here and cut the corner right now. Now Suzuki's a hard right-hander. Back around to left-hander, and it's like a figure eight. And now the washing machine effect's really starting to kick in for these guys. I talked to Kathy Muir, and she said it's like being in the middle of a old ringer cycle. And there's the reason we were telling you all about it. It's that rough water chucking them up on top. Well, they're a local team, Jason Reed and Andrew Wells. So how about a local round of applause? Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls.
So just effecting a rescue at the moment. Just put on a couple of tunes in the meantime. One of KV's favourites, I think. Big fan of Michael Hutchins. Rightio, here we go with the Bitches box coming out now. Pip Thompson and Megan Brodie, Poppy, are off making their way up to the top end of the course. They're spitting out a bit of something on the way up there, but now they seem to be getting on into their work around that really tight mouthfish hairpin and back up the top end of the course. And then, of course, they come back through this section where there's some really, really tight bends that they have to negotiate. This one around here, Suzuki, this hairpin, and then back up in a larger figure eight where they make their way back up to the top of the course. We've seen boats really start shaking things up the top there, and then again back through this part of the course. So remember, it's only about 30 to 40 seconds per run, so just keep your eyes on the track at all times and you'll see plenty of action. Solid run there for the girls though, they'll be happy with that. We've got a time that is coming in with a 42.639.
Well, Jason, I've been really impressed with the way that Pip Thompson's and Megan Brodie have been going. They've been really very smooth as we go down now to the team from Ofongo, Tim Edhouse and Debbie Edhouse. They own the garage up there in Ofongo. And here we off the L98 engine, 500 horsepower off the line. And this guy's done nothing but improve all season. Now, look at this. Wow, he's really on the gas here a little bit, Tim Edhausen, as we're going on around the outside. Big improvement the way this competitor's drived in this boat this season, and he's putting it all together right here, right now, as we look to take the hard right-hander for Suzuki. Around the outside for this All-Therm Island and back up around the top again. Now come back through the washing machine. See how that affects the boat. Nice lines. Oh, a big dig there, KV.
Oh, did you see the amount of dirt coming out of the back of the jet unit out of liquid addiction? Tim Edhouse absolutely throwing it around.
Yeah, definitely.
Comes up with a time there of 39.754. So great run there for Tim and Debbie Edhouse. Had a quick chat to Tim during that break, and he said, what a track. I absolutely love it.
Yeah, definitely. It's really suiting that both of his. As we go now to 2 abreast, this is Donna Thompson and Monica Cooper. Now, these two girls are nurses from Wanganui, 500 horsepower in their Eagle Hull. Now, these two girls had a bit of trouble in the last round, jumped in and out of the water big time.
I had a chat to the mechanic on this particular team, Nick Candish, and he said that he's probably taken a little bit too much weight out of the bow of the boat. So they've readjusted it, done a little bit of trimming, and at the moment, the boat looks pretty smooth in this part of the lap, but as soon as they start hitting the crosswash, it really gets unsettled, this Eagle Hull. So I think once we come around in through that right-hander, the boat just got bogged right down. You just heard the engine really working hard, the jet unit working hard, or the boat just bouncing around that top part of the track, but looking a lot smoother than we saw it in its previous run. So qualifying 4, looking like a better run for Donna Thompson and Monica Cooper. Now coming through our time there, Donna Thompson with a time of 41.590.
Nick's down here in front of us, and he just gave us a thumb up, Nick Anderson. He said, that's definitely going a lot better. About time, Nick, just quietly. The girls will be giving you a slap if you don't sort it out in a hurry, but well done.
Oh, Donna just gives the bank a little bit of a nudge coming into the launch ramp area. Next boat to face the water is Schizo. Roses are red, violets are blue. I'm schizophrenic and so am I.
All right, yeah, there's no way about it. There's 4 personalities up here beside me. Patrick Hayden and Jay Hayden are our team. And this is one real competitive boat right here, right now. These guys, now watch this hard left-hander. Patrick's got it worked out nicely.
Yeah, look, really happy with the way these guys are going about it. And look, Patrick Hayden came out early in the day going really slow. He's got a lot of confidence in the track and in the direction and grabbed a little bit of bank there and has gone wrong way. And as once again we talk him up and say, look, I think he's going pretty well, he's just stuffed it all up. He's gone wrong way, now back on track again. I think he's got a fair bit of mud into the jet unit. Back on course again now, but that he's going to add plenty of time to the sand clock, to the hourglass. Really upset himself there. I think Jace just sort of started knifing the boat there, more probably through frustration than anything.
Yeah, it's a bit of a shame, mate, because he was looking like he was putting together a nice run. But do remember, it's the fastest time, isn't it, KV? Out of your 4 qualifying runs, that is the one that counts, that can take you through to the top 12.
That's exactly right. And Patrick Hayden there, that's certainly not a fast one with a 52.681.
We're going to go down to Hayden Wilson and Chris Houseman now. They are 3NZ, the white noise boat. Now, this is the boat we've told you all about. Had gremlins in it. Hasn't had any today so far. This white pointer Stinger and 410 Chevy. Plenty of horsepower here, about 420 of them. And they're an incredibly good team. They've been well placed. They were 3NZ last year in New Zealand, so they were the 3rd best boat in the country. Now let's have a look at them hanging out on the corner here. Put a big wash up. What a smooth trip around there as we head on up around the top island and looking clean through there. Starting to get a bit of dirty water built up there, and it's going to be interesting to see how it pays off later on.
Yeah, definitely. They are looking like they're putting together a lot better lap, though, so they are sort of getting better as the day goes on, which is, of course, the ultimate goal and what you want to do. So white noise coming with a couple of corners to go. They're going to swing on down to Mouthfresh now, punch it on home, hammering it through the checkered line, and they've got a time now of 41.074.
Nice run there,
Very
Hayden
nice.
Wilson. They'll be really happy because they had so many gremlins with this boat right throughout the season. Clearly it's running a hell of a lot better, but they're really not too sure what the problem was. So, oh well.
They've got it sorted now. Our next boat in as the noise comes out of the pit there is Radioactive, the last boat in Group B, the #1 boat in the country last season. Ross Travis, Shane Travis from Wanganui, 410 Chevy, 500 horsepower, and the Stinger Hull. Now this thing's smooth, it's quick, it's fast, and it's clean in the water.
Look, Ross Travis is really good point to point, and throughout this season we've seen him make some uncharacteristic mistakes, but they have been each and every round. As he's coming around PSP Island there, he got the boat a little bit knifey, just probably a little bit too hard on the wheel. So he's really just sort of, my thinking would he just needs to settle down just a little bit, boat porpoising up around Hines up the top part of the track there. He won't let that bother him. Now underneath the split to the far side of the track. Oh, got himself caught up in that crosswash big time. Dragged the boat to the left. and that was a 39.429.
Very, very nice indeed. So you've seen a few in the 39s and another handful in the 41 bracket as well. So, man, you can throw a blanket over at least half a dozen of these boats already.
Yeah, the Group B has been really tight this season, and it's great to see them really pushing each other along, lifting up the speed and ability, coming to the top with these competitors in the Biolytix Group B. We're now going to go to the all-therm Group A's. And, of course, the very fast boats of Blake Bryant and Sam Newdick are out there in the front and getting themselves ready. I see Lethal Injection down here beside me of Duncan Wilson, the boat that's that is for sale. Jamie Lee Lupton leaning over, getting ready to hop in it as well. Group A boats may just be taking a little bit of time to get ready. So we'll just have a little break now, play a little bit of music while we get ready for the all-therm Group A's.
We're just having a look at Rob Coley there, just trying to work out the engine analysis. Had a chat to him during the lunch break in the mouth pressure machine you're now seeing going up the hill behind commentary. And obviously they've just had a lot of problems with it. They thought it might have been a fuel pump not being able to deliver the fuel pressure, but once they plug the computer into it, the computer's either lying or the fuel pump's lying, or, you know, they just can't seem to chase it at the moment. So even though you might have all this technology with some of the best computer programming around, if you, you know, sometimes the computer doesn't tell the right story because it's only as good as the information that's being fed to it. So it could be a matter of a sensor or something just gone wrong, and it's always something little that plays havoc with these things.
Yeah,
and,
we need to go back to the KISS program, the KISS, keep it simple, stupid.
Well, it works for you, Wiggy.
Yeah, it does. That's why I'm working with you too. All right, all-therm Group A's, they'll be underway in just a couple of minutes. We'll maybe pick a tune for you and come back to you.